Sifu representing NA. I mean, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
The best players from every region.
Yeah.
Making their way to one stage. I'm gonna have heart palpitations, Jack.
Bro, it's going to be one of the most insane events of all time. There's just no doubt in my mind about that. Bez loves Shane being pressured now by Dubs. Dubs did get a solid shot down range.
Cool.
Unfortunately, shotgun not reloaded, so we'll have to take a moment there to let that weapon reset. As now the zone going back the way it just came, so.
Less than 50 builds now. Dubs, 70 HP, has a chance. Just kidding, 100 HP. A little misspeak there. 11 players left. Free Twinkie goes down. Shots from above. Another player. Title shot found outside of a window, looking through for a peek. Potentially, doesn't quite get it. Shots in the back instead. A big trade out there. The legendary combat shotgun.
Oh, this movement is just
forward.
dirty.
Looking for the shot. Doesn't quite go for it. No chance just yet. Mustache from Tempo in the feed, picking up another Elam. We're in a top 8 now. Dubs, quick edit. Takes out the top half, looking for shots through. A reset and rotation. Dubs, so fast. So blindingly fast.
Yep.
You want to try and keep up with anybody.
Stinks from height again.
This is literally like you're setting the tempo right here.
Mm-hmm. Should have enough time to pop this big shield. Thankfully, the stink grenade bombardment has stopped. Remember, top 5 is the last placement points outside of winning the game, and just like that, Dubs has made it on into the top 5. Now up to 28 points. Still building out. Turret comes into play for that extra health on the build so it doesn't get shot down. And oh no, the build he was going to land on gets shot out. Trying to put pressure on, gets one. How about a second? Not going to happen. Baldy wins that fight. The challenge comes in from the high ground. Baldy so weak. How will he make this pop? How will he make this happen? Baldy spraying, frantically trying to get this player to fall on down. 4 HP. There's no way, right? I mean, there's no way, right?
There's always a way, Jack. Don't count him out just yet.
Baldy, one tick of the storm ends this game. The player was building with metal, and
there it is.
That's it right there.
John holds the high ground, the last second victory royale. He was one of the first players we jumped on board with in this game.
Lock it up.
Locking it up.
Yeah.
Sitting in the top of the hill and ends up paying off big.
Oh, yeah. Nice job there by John. See who'll win that game. Victory royale. Shout out to Baldy, though. A good little performance at the end. Did what he could.
That last second drop, though. It literally, he had it all up until that moment. Ton of fall damage in the drop in. Could not quite find an elimination outside in the storm.
Okay.
Going backwards through a basketball.
Wow, that's fancy. Whoa. I just got the chills. There you go, production. That's my cue. As we head into our next game, 51 players in this lobby when we hop on in.
The northeast side of Mega Mall, 50-50 zone, and there's enough players left alive right now that Storm Surge is going to be an issue. Not for AJ, though. 320 damage above. Sees a player through that pyramid edit. Looks like they're going for the replace. He's just going to hold the turbo build above. Drops in, tries to catch him off guard. Not fast enough. The first time is fast enough. The second time, Malwax goes down to the trap. AJ inside his own box. Well played there. 2 slurps, 6 minis.
Shields for days, movement for days, mats for days. AJ, these are the games that when you're set up, you're in your head, you're like, I need to make this a big one. I've got everything I need.
Have to.
And there's no other way to put it. These are games that will either go the way you need them to go and be the things that push you towards being able to qualify, or don't go the way you want them to go and legitimately tilt you for the rest of your day playing. Whoa. Speaking of tilt, phase tilt now on your screen. It's pretty good, right? Okay, Ben, Jesus. Did you take your meds yet?
Is that a good enough laugh? Do you feel validated now, Jack?
I do feel validated now. Thank you.
Okay.
It makes a difference.
I'm out here for you, Jack.
I know.
100
being popped.
50 now. No elims yet this game. 28 points. No in the feed. Picking up Zine. 90 builds right now. And the ultimate weapon, the gray tactical shotgun in the inventory. Got to feel good about that one, right, Jack?
Oh,
100% agree.
You said it's the best gun in the game, right?
It is the best, arguably, unequivocally, the best weapon. Tilt, pick it up. Elam on Smoke Gabe there. Quick window edit resets, very common here. Position like this, you're basically smack dab middle of the safe zone. I don't know for sure if Tilt has any mobility besides the shadow bomb, so I would expect a door edit and push soon once he feels like there's too much on the line, if he's too close to the storm. But we'll see. Maybe a launch pad.
Yeah.
If he's going to use it, it's got to be soon. You don't want to wait too long with that.
This is when you're just like hoping someone like rips you to the sky out of nowhere or places a launch pad right next to you to let you have some sort of free movement.
Middle in the middle of your screen for just a second. One of the common high placement players in solos.
He's already qualified.
Exactly.
And yesterday finished atop our leaderboard, right? His tilt right now is actually below the damage threshold for the Storm Surge. And typically when Storm Surge pops up, it forces some people to play like maniacs. You got to do something crazy to make sure you don't take this damage. Tilt running on through. Still 43 below. Has to be going to put damage downrange. There's a nice little tag. Now above. Good stuff from him. As more players have started to drop. Is safe for the moment using both shadow bombs, Ben.
Okay.
Here on this rotation, and you know, you might be like, well, if that's all his movement, then I mean, isn't that bad? But you think about it. Right now, you're at 34, top 34. You want those placement points.
100%.
You've spent a lot of time in this game. You've got one elimination, and right now you're probably what, every bit of 15 minutes, 17 minutes into this game. If you don't get placement points out of this, if you don't get at least 5 to 7 points off this one, it could really come back to haunt you as this day goes on. Tilt gets one, now 4 spots away from being in the top 25. Remember, 3 points earned if you make it there.
Okay, now 3 players need to go down before we look at the placement. Very top of the zone, Corey. Rogue Shark vying for high ground. Looks like Shark gets the ultimate high with ease and does place a trap down just in case anybody tries to challenge. And on the same box, opportunity to just take some shots. Looking up here. Back-to-back combat shots on that player. You can hear a ball underneath. I think Shark trying to be as cognizant
top
of
25
that as possible. There it is. Placement points going out for everybody. Shots on every player on the rotation. And if Shark can land even 1 or 2 solid hits, the combat shotgun, we've seen it be very lethal. Ranges like this, 18 points right now. And here we go, beaming player on the drop-in. A lot of shield damage, finds Frosted Spy in the air. No fall damage taken, 190 total now. Another player, back-to-back. The Vera goes down. Shark picking up the 4th elimination. Almost to the top 15 and playing this very, very well. The only concern I really have at this point is materials are going to start getting low soon, especially if you're forced to double up on layers.
When you're already having to build out from height that early on. You already mentioned it, 46 total builds left. How can Rogue Shark use them wisely? 15 players now remaining, so 2 more placement points earned for everyone that's still live in this lobby. Players continue to drop on out quick. Rogue Shark showing off just how good the combat shotgun is, whether players are flying from up above or running frantically down low. With that rift pulling up, I think it was 2 players. You think Rogue Shark's going to begin to peek on up and try to make sure no one can land on him. I think they just...
There we go, 1 flying in.
1.
Jaith eliminated. Top 10. AJ does, however, take the high ground. Honestly, it looked like with ease, just getting the flint knock to ascend all the way to the top, challenging
my gosh.
A build-off.
What a shot. They're going for height right now between the 2 of them. Rogue Shark down to just 21 total builds. Has to reload this flint knock and has to go for the play of his career. Knocks the 1 player down to the box. Shotgun comes through. Tyler's was not ready for that to happen, and Rogue Shark is rewarded by a ton of builds, but it's still AJ up top.
Shark for sure has the ability to drop down. That flint knock could save him. You're concerned about what's in his inventory.
He went for it.
He went for
Rogue Shark flint knocks to the high ground, knocks out AJ's build, and replaces it. He's got to reload this flint knock quick, dropping down. Did make it as well. Rogue Shark showing off how good the flint knock pistol is. One of the most versatile weapons in Fortnite Battle Royale history. We're now in our top 4. Rogue Shark continuing to be a hero from this high ground.
Literally just plugging.
There goes
above.
2
Noah
more.
Goes down. It's a 1v1. Nightseeker on the ultimate low ground, 29 builds, some bandages if it comes to a heal off, which means Shark's gonna have to apply pressure, plus an RPG.
That's CG. That's CG.
Taking in the outside of the storm. Unless there's a chance at a shot, there isn't. Nightseeker goes down. Shark, the flint knock, earns the high ground multiple times and the victory royale.
Incredible stuff right there from Rogue Shark. A 9 elimination win. 19 points. Zeke and Sundown.
19 points at this stage in the game. My goodness. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, he's pretty good at the game. Luckily, we'll be seeing him in New York City. Rogue Shark has already got that qualification up there. But let's take a quick look at some of the other players who have already qualified and one player who's putting on a little bit of a show and might be able to put himself in contention. So first, we're going to hop on board with the veteran Vivid. And as Golden Boy says, when in doubt, throw a grenade or 17. Vivid throwing every one of the explodes there. Picks up a nice little elim, and that actually gives him positioning to then start running on the mid-tart. Picks up Navy Rob there, and then continues rotating forward, doing all this now with the combat that he was able to pick up there. And notice in the top left-hand corner, this is outside the top 25. We watched him pick up 3 elims, survive into the top 25, and then enable himself to get more. Challenging into the stink, knowing he would get that siphon. Now, Clicks on board here, was at 10 HP, gets a shadow. What does he do with it? He's then able to translate that into a boogie, drops the player out, and then all of a sudden, he gets another shadow. This is what we mean when we talk about how every little interaction counts. If Clicks doesn't pick up the elim at 10 HP, doesn't get the shadow to enable him to get the boogie bombs, which doesn't let him pick up the next 2 elims, which gives him more shadows and gives him high ground control. And look here how he extends out the timer on the shadow bomb. He's in shadow form the whole time, is able to get into the player's box, picks up Nut, who is on the top 10 of the leaderboard right now. So it's not like he's just cleaning out the bottom of the barrel. These are other players competing for a spot. And Clicks, I remember originally watching him in the Lux Cup and thinking, wow, this kid Clicks on YouTube. He's pretty good. I hope we get to see more of him. Well, we're going to be seeing more, particularly if he's closing out games like that. Niku, the only player in this little package who isn't already qualified for the World Cup, but goes on a great little spree here. 150 in terms of his builds, and that's going to enable him to kind of navigate this super, super tightly packed tarp. You saw 25 players there in Circle 8. Circle 9, still 13 players left. He still has 97 builds. That's because his mentality is he's looking for the elims, picks up a number of jump pads, and refreshes on builds again. So keep an eye on the top left. 7 players left now, and he challenges into the high ground. All of a sudden, he picks up this elim here, knocks the player out with the storm changeover, and top 5, ultimate high ground control, and nothing else. Shotang picks up the 2 on the bottom, but Nico is just going to be able to wait him out. Doesn't get a tag going over there, so the storm will tick him over. And last but not least, it wouldn't be a highlight reel if we didn't show Dubs. Taker of walls, best average placement in a Sunday final, as Courage said, with a 6th, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd coming out there, averaging 3rd place overall in what is one of the most stacked regions. You see him just take the wall right away from Yoshi and continue running through the tarp, always looking for opportunities, looking to challenge, wanting to take the shots, and pressuring the rest of the lobby. Hey, you want to win the Fortnite World Cup, you have to be beating players like this. You have to beat the Dubses, the Clicks, the Vivids of the world in order to get up there. And right now, Clicks is flexing, saying, yeah, I'm in 1st place. What of it?
Man, after 6 games, 2 victorials, one of only 2 people in top 10 with the 2, he's got himself that pretty hefty lead. I mean, don't forget, guys, it is top 6, so making their way into finals, so this is the cutoff point right here. But if we look outside of the Clicks' lead, right, 42 to 38, again, these points are still really, really close.
Like I said, it's the difference, 26th to 25th, popping a shadow bomb, waiting a half second before you rotate.
Literally. Oh, actually, you know what I just thought about? This already qualified.
Yep,
you were going to say...
bump one more down. It's all good.
Yeah, so
no worries, because at this point, really, like the one little spot with all of these guys here, as soon as one more match changes over, this whole thing is going to change. The leaderboard is so absurdly close. These are the moments that matter. This is where you will be able to cement yourself as one of the best of the best. And if you don't do it now, you won't be on that stage in New York City competing for your piece of the $30 million prize pool.
Too bad we cannot compete for that prize pool, but oh well, only the future could tell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite fam, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We are going to go to a break, so get up, stretch your legs, find a snack, use the bathroom. But don't get too far, because in 5 minutes, we've got more action. Don't get too far. See you then. Zeke, this is it. This is the last chance, all right? People need to know about this block party, all right? This is your last opportunity to get them involved, to get them hyped. Zeke, everyone's gonna be there, all right? DJ Zeke's gonna be there. DJ Sundown's gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be there, all right? The people are waiting. All right. You know what, man? I'm DJ Zeke. I don't need no card. But what you need to do is buy your tickets to the block party. Tickets are only $35, Fortnite fam. Listen, all right, June 15th, 16th at the LA Forum. Day 1, Creative Showdown. Listen, all right, Team Evolve built an incredible map. Spoiler alert, it's dope. Day 2, Celebrity Pro-Am. 50 pro gamers, 50 celebrities, all battling out for a $3 million charity prize pool. What more do you want? What more do you need? Fortnite fam, you need to be there because we are ready to party with you. Bam!
What's up, Fortnite fam? Sundown here, and today we are going to talk about shadow bombs and their impact on competitive play. If you haven't had a chance to use the shadow bomb yet, it is a utility consumable that drops in stacks of 2, and you can carry up to 6 per slot. When used, the shadow bomb grants the user invisibility, move speed, the ability to double jump, and the ability to wall jump. Shadow form lasts for 6 seconds, but will remain active after that window until the user touches their feet on the ground. We've seen shadow bombs already have a huge impact on some of the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers.
Can he hit it? Oh my gosh! He hits it! You freaking legend! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's hear what some of the players who have already qualified for the Fortnite World Cup final think of the addition of shadow bombs to competitive play.
I think with Season 9, the shadow bombs are a perfect mobility that has its downsides and upsides if you use it right.
I mean, I think shadow bombs are very balanced right now. They're a really good way of getting mobility considering they're an uncommon item.
So I feel like they're a really good addition to the game. It's as good as a Rift to Go, maybe even better in my opinion. You can get your position wherever you want to, especially end zone. People don't expect it.
A little bit of HP left. You're gonna pull it!
It's a must carry. You know, when that zone pops and you're super far, you can pop a shadow bomb and just get to the next zone. It's great. I love them.
Shadow bombs are amazing. Like, I reckon that's like one of the best things they've brought out so far because you could just sneak into someone's box or like get high ground or like go low ground without taking damage.
There's moments where people clutch up, like very end game, like they might not have mats. And the Mr. Savage play where there's a hill and you went up it with the shadow bomb, it was just crazy.
They've got to go up the side of a mountain, and it's shadow bomb time. He's deciding to take storm damage. Yes. Mr. Savage! Oh my God! Oh my goodness! What a play! The best shadow bomb use I've ever seen. Mr. Savage M rising to the top of the mountain.
Thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned a thing or two. What's the best way you've used a shadow bomb? Send us clips using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Or maybe not, if you're in shadow form.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup Open Online Qualifiers. Week 9, the solos action has been fantastic through and through so far. We've covered Europe. We're midway through NA East. And I know you don't want to see me. You want to get back into the action. So guess what? We've got two great casters for you, Sundown and Monster D-Face.
Let's get it here with my boy Sundown. And man, that leaderboard shaking up. Good to see Macwood up there. We saw him getting really close week again. And like you said, though, anything is in the air.
Dude, it's so incredibly close. We've seen the semifinals, everybody kind of crunching up there, but let's get right on into the matches. I want to see how this all resolves and who gets those last 6 solo spots out of NA East. The action has been intense. The leaderboard is close. Use that hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Let us know who you think will make it out, because the leaderboard is changing every time a match finishes. And now we're on board here with Spook. 49 players left, so just under half the lobby.
Yeah, the only player we've seen really take a lead today is Andretta. Outside of Andretta, no one else. The boards have been extremely close, top to bottom here. So now hopping in with Spook, guys. 50 minutes left to queue up here. We're midway through it. Halfway through all the queue times and the games we'll be seeing here for the NA's block. It's going to be a close one.
It's going to be close. I mean, every single region has come down to some form of last match, whether it's a player overtaking at the last minute or you saw Blackson get the victory royale, everything he needed on the final match of the server. There's Spook picking up Ramen there, no 99-cent deal. Back to the lobby. You can queue back up. Like we said, just under an hour left in the queue time, so you get 3 hours or 10 matches to score as many points as possible. And this lobby is stacked. Outlet, Diggy, Macwood, all directly on top of each other right now. Macwood getting some pressure onto that cone, but not finding anything after the heavy snipe.
Yeah, nice angles right here, just playing with the perspective that he has. He drops a player there with the heavy sniper. No fall damage was given, though, which means that player slid on down safe and sound through the side of the mountain here. This Macwood is back in the hunt, just looking around on the prowl right now. And so far, so good. 46 players remain in the 6-man, or Storm Wave 6 is approaching here, I should say. Tons of players. That means no placement points have been given out, and these players have put close to 15, 18 minutes or so of time into this game right here. Yeah, so if you get knocked out before the placement threshold, that's going to be rough to kind of swallow in here.
It's all about time efficiency. You see Roat taking over the Storm there. That is part of those new changes with patch 9.20. If somebody has been tagged in the past 60 seconds and they either self-eliminate, fall to the Storm, or fall to fall damage, you will get the Elim credit. Now you can see Macwood trying to get onto the edge of the zone, as we do have to rotate across the lagoon, so it could get awkward. You have Wrigley, who's in the second spot, the player who has been very much so coming up through these open matches recently. You see Percently also picking up an Elim there. Storm threshold on your right-hand side. Macwood is 402 above it. What the Storm Surge does, since a little bit of a different mechanic, if players are being too passive, as Macwood, not passive at all, going for the no-scope Blainer of the year, misses it there. If players are too passive and haven't done damage, the Storm Surge will punish you, doing 10 damage per tick as that goes off until you either are above the threshold or you're eliminated. Just like that, Strep picks up Macwood. No antibiotics view there, but a nice Elim endpoint going over to Strep.
Yeah, and this is it right here. I don't think we've seen as many ballers throughout the day, but my gosh, there are so many still in play. That's a big reason why there's so many players still alive right now, guys. The vehicles are out. Nice double shot with the combat right there. Strep connecting big time here. Someone comes out the Storm. Karos gets flicked on and taken out of the game. Back to the lobby he goes. And Strep finds himself at 29 points. Can he make it 30? That's 2 big shots. Up and over the top he goes. He still wants this one, but no, gets taken up by CWV. Saw FaZe Diggy there as well in the feed. There's a lot going on here, Sundown.